Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Sarah, and if you're watching this, I assume it's because something in the title has piqued your curiosity. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. So for a little while, a few months, I had been looking into joining a new company to do some selling. I really wanted to do like a retail, especially clothing. I do have a background in that. I've had a couple of other little small companies where I've sold children's clothes and even done some design. So I was looking into one in particular called LuLaRoe, which has really taken off here in this past year. And they are a company that sells women's clothing, and they're most known for their leggings. I've had a couple of friends that have joined the company as consultants, and they were really seeing a good return as far as income. So I had considered joining myself. However, when I went to research, I noticed that there were already approximately 100,000 consultants, not including those in the queue, waiting to pay for their package so that they could get their inventory and start selling. On top of that, the cost was quite high to purchase a package. And so with that, I started doing some other research, looking for possibly another avenue where I could sell some clothing as well. I found a company called Agnes Dora, and they are very similar to LuLaRoe. They are a women's clothing company. They sell you the clothing wholesale that you sell retail. And the company itself is actually not MLM currently, which means that there is not a compensation plan for those who are building a team. For me, that was not so much an issue. I wasn't extremely concerned about building a team. I more so wanted to sell and engage and be a part of that community itself. Also, one of the things that struck me with Agnes Dora was the fact that they had a couple of lower price kits in comparison to LuLaRoe. So after a couple of months of researching this company, which is also founded by a family member of the person who founded LuLaRoe, so they're related in a way. They're not sister companies, but family members nonetheless. And they are actually a little bit older than LuLaRoe. Well, after researching, we finally decided to take a leap. We took a loan for the package that I was going to get. And at that time, it was a week after Agnes Dora had actually gone on halt, and they closed the company basically to people looking to become new consultants. So they were going to go ahead and take care of everyone that they already had as representatives and continue business that way, but they weren't accepting any more people. So that was November 8th, and we had gotten our loan I believe like on November 11th, and so we thought better to have the money ready to go, so that way, you know, when they do decide to start back up, which we really did believe was going to be pretty soon, we would be ready to go. So November 22nd, we received an email from them. So this was right before Thanksgiving, and they said that they were looking forward to having more information, and the week after Thanksgiving they were going to be sending information out to people interested who were on the wait list, which we were. We still today have heard nothing from Agnes Dora, and so in the meantime, I started looking for a way to make supplemental income. I did my research, and I found a lot of people were doing reselling and have been doing reselling, not only on eBay, but another place called Poshmark. They do it on Etsy. You'll see it even on Facebook groups, even Instagram. So I continued to research, and I've always been someone who does thrifting. It's something I've loved to do personally for myself, so I decided I would go ahead and start reselling. Now, I do live in Hawaii, and here we do not have Goodwill outlets. We have Goodwill, we have Salvation Army, things like that. We have Savers Thrift Store, but we do not have outlets. So unfortunately, we don't have that luxury to go to the bins and do bin hauls. And if you're just starting out, you will need to know what a bin is, bin haul. So Goodwill outlets, which there are a lot of them on the mainland, they have bins where they set out huge bins and you go and you dig, and a lot of the time you weigh, and that's how you pay. You pay by the weight of what you've gathered to take. So doing that, you actually end up getting a higher profit for the items that you do sell because you've paid less to get them. So I'm at a disadvantage as far as that. However, my Goodwill does have, like all the others, color tags. So every week they pick one color tag to be 50% off and then another color to be 20% off. So for me, what I've done is I've gone and really tried to stick to those items that are half off or 20% off. And for me, I think like the highest item I've purchased, I think was like $8. And the only time I will purchase like a full price item is if I know after researching comps that it's going to be an item that is guaranteed to have a great profit margin for me. The other thing I just realized that they started doing this after this new year is every Monday our Goodwill will be doing a color tag, and it'll be a last chance sale, and so everything with that one color tag will be $1.99 on top of your 50% and your 20% tag. So there are options as far as making money, but you just have to go about it a different way. Now, for me, I am just starting out, so I have joined Poshmark, and I do have an account there, and I have put listings up. I also have my eBay account, which right now does not have, great ratings. I've been a member on eBay since, I think, 2012, but I don't have really any ratings to speak of. So something I can do to bump up those ratings is supplies such as poly mailers that I know I'm going to use. I can purchase those on eBay and hopefully get a positive feedback, which will bump up my rating. I've also ordered a background so that I can take pictures, and when that comes in, hopefully I'll also get positive feedback until I start really selling and generating, that positive feedback that I need. Things that you're going to purchase anyway, if you can purchase them on eBay, it's a great route to go. That way you can get the feedback that you need. Also, I have created an Instagram account, so I will definitely be showing hauls that I get, as far as every time I go to Goodwill, if I have something really good that I've gotten, I'll definitely be showing that. I am going to continue to upload here and talk about my journey, because I've found a lot of resellers on YouTube. However, they're quite seasoned, and so for me, just starting my journey, I know that I've run across a lot of questions, and I've kind of had to do some digging. So for anyone who's just starting or is possibly interested in moving in this direction from, maybe looking at selling LuLaRoe or Agnes Dora, something like Honey and Lace, to maybe being like your own boss and kind of figuring out, what's going to sell for you, and doing that, I definitely recommend some different people to follow, and I will link them below. That way you can see who I've kind of watched and learned a little bit from, because we all have to start somewhere. So this is the beginning of my journey, and hopefully it'll help. If you have any questions or anything that I can help you with, definitely comment below or send me a message, and if I don't know the answer, I will definitely look into it for you or try and connect you to the right people who I have seen be successful and who could definitely help you out. But for right now, I feel like this is a really great place to be. The community seems like a wonderful community, and they're really tight-knit. And so I'm really excited to get started and, hopefully find some great things that people will enjoy and love, and that I can help bring supplemental income to my home with. So I thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, definitely get a hold of me. and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night.